Alright boys, this is it. We have a very limited time to decide the song of the year before we host the Grammys at the end of January. No more arguing, no more debating. We have to make the final decision. I present to you once more the nominees. Woo! Let's boogie! It's clear we have one vote. Anyone else? This is really bad. Just play the others. Hey, this isn't so bad. That's because it's a remix of an older song. Does this even qualify? Okay, let's just get this over with. The other options are a Sabrina Carpenter song, another remix, a song some company paid us $20 million to put on the list. We should probably choose that one. Okay, hold up, guys. Why do we put up with these terrible songs? How can we be expected to give an award to a pop song? I say we insert our own personal biases into the voting process. You know what? You're right. I say we create our own Grammys. Yeah, let's do it. What is all that noise over there? I'm not sure. But as I was saying, I have the songs picked out for my next video. If you could just greenlight the project, I'll get started on production right away. No. Your videos are underperforming and we're not funding you anymore. Wait, what? Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to this special broadcast. I'd like to personally welcome each and every one of you to tonight's event. Before we continue, I just want to express again how thankful I am that I got him! Greetings and salutation to our events. I'd like to start the show with a quote from someone whom I respect very much, Michael Scott. This is everybody's favorite day. Everybody looks forward to it because, you know, a lot of the people here don't get trophies very often. Like Meredith or Kevin. I mean, who's gonna give Kevin an award? Dunkin' Donuts? Thanks again for coming, everybody, and enjoy the show. What a great introduction. Let's give it up for whatever his name is. Now, let me explain to you guys how things are going to go down. We have decided, as a group, that we don't like any of these songs, and so we're replacing them all with rock songs instead, because that's what we like. So now that that's out of the way, let's knock out a couple of these awards, and what better awards to start the show than Best Album Opener and Best Song Intro? You know, he's pretty good at this whole public speaking thing. And the winner for Best Album Opener is One of a Kind by Mammoth. The song starts with this really cool syncopated drum beat before it goes into that intro, which is cool, and then leads into the song, which is also really cool. Next, the winner for the prestigious Best Song Intro goes to... He's really good at this. Yeah, it's kind of weird. For I Am Death by The Pretty Reckless. The intro is just really cool. It just feels awesome. Let's give it up for these guys. Come on up. Actually don't, because we don't have any trophies to give you and we don't have time for a speech. Now, to announce the next set of awards. How'd you do that? We haven't even rehearsed. You know, I've wanted to run the Grammys for a long time. I made a YouTube video about it once. The next award is for Best Garage Song of 2025. Basically, the more likely it was that it was recorded in a garage, the more likely it is to get the award. And the winner is Lagoon by Mudskipper. This was my suggestion. I mean, I love this song. Just listen to it. The next award goes to the song most opposite this way of thinking. In other words, it's for a song so ridiculously overproduced that nobody in their right minds would try to cover it. And I couldn't find a song like that, so we ended up stretching the rules a bit and gave it to a pop song. This award goes to Oblivion by Tame Impala. Congratulations, I guess. He's pretending he doesn't like that song. I mean, I don't like that song. Well, that was boring. I mean, who likes giving out awards anyway, right? How about a good old bar joke? I went to a bar once. It was kind of strange because there were no horses there and nobody was hitting their head on metal poles as they entered the establishment. I probably won't be going back, to be entirely honest. We should probably wrap this up. Yes, we should. Can I go up now? I'm going up. Oh, thanks. The next awards are for Best Underground Song and Best Actually Popular Song. Seems pretty self-explanatory. The winner for Best Underground Song is Numbers Game by Gray Jacks. He has about 25 monthly listeners and a total of 2 songs, one of which has 3,000 streams. It's always fun to watch an artist's numbers climb up in the first week or so after their first release. The Best Actually Popular Song was admittedly a pretty easy choice. We decided to give it to Asking for a Friend by Foo Fighters because it's probably the most wide-reaching out of all of these releases, and it's also just really good. You would expect a band like this to have dropped off at some point along the way in their career, but these guys just kind of keep coming back with music that's usually pretty good. Going well so far? Oh, just give him a minute. He's gonna do something stupid. I have to go soon, but I want to leave you all with a small message before I step down, being another award. The best cover of 2025 can be many things. It can be a complete reimagining, a hip-hop song using the original as a sample, or a simple modernization of an older song. The winner for this year is Paranoid, originally written by Black Sabbath and covered by Dexter and the Moonrocks. Oh, not this again. Saboteur! Get him! We will return to this program after a brief message from our sponsors. You there, viewer, do you like to wear earbuds? You're not cool enough to know what I'm listening to. And do you ever find yourself sharing earbuds with a friend? Well, now sharing is easier than ever. With the AirBudPods, music can be enjoyed by up to 5 people at the same time. Just grab your friends and insert their ear holes into one of the many buds protruding from the large center. You're not cool enough to know what we're listening to. How exclusive! And to make this product even more premium, we're charging five times the price of normal earbuds, so only popular people with lots of friends can pool their money to buy AirBudPods. I'm the status symbol. Better yet, AirBudPods are just as epic when you're listening alone. Want to drown out the sounds of everyday life? Need to reach something high up? Wear both AirBudPods to give yourself a pair of antlers, or put them in upside down for whatever this is. It'll probably become a fashion trend. So dreamy. Buy AirBudPods today, and if you think they're weird, you're weird. Welcome back, everybody. If you missed the last few minutes, we just finished giving out awards for Best Direction, Best Music Video, and Most Anticipated Release. Wait, what? Now on to the next category, genres. Let's start with Best Country Rock Album. There were probably a couple artists from this year that could be considered country, like Dorothy or maybe the Pale White, but the only clear contender I could think of was Brandi Carlile. She released Returning to Myself this year, which seems to do really well and is also really good. It's a mostly acoustic singer-songwriter album, and if you've heard of Brandi Carlile, you probably know she's best known for her vocals. And what's this? She's won 8 Grammys before. It's amazing. Let's hear it for Brandi Carlile. Now for the Best Blues Rock Album. There were lots of great releases this year, including Metro by the Bluestones, Chateau Blues by Spoon, and an entire Black Keys album, but we're giving the award to Magnus Berg for his debut album Electric Sugar. It's very clearly blues inspired, but it has a kind of lo-fi production that's different than a lot of other groups in a way that feels intentional. He also just released an EP in addition to this first album, which is really cool. The final award for our genre segment goes to the Best Psych Rock Album of 2025, and there were a whole bunch. Examples include Carpe Diem, Moon Man, and Pogo Rodeo, both by PPC, Phantom Island by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Wrongderful by McBass, and Deadbeat by Tame Impala. Just to name a few, all of them are really, really good, but the basic conventions of the Grammys states that only one album may receive the award, and so I present that award to Phantom Island by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. If you would have asked me in April what I was looking forward to most of my life, it would probably be the Switch 2 and the new King Gizzard album. Both of those things released in June, and one of them got removed from Spotify in late July in response to certain Spotify business practices I've discussed before. Phantom Island is a lot like their last album Flight B741, which focused on Steely Dan-esque classic rock riffs, except now there's an orchestra. It works a lot better than it might sound, and if you happen to enjoy it, you can always find it on Bandcamp or on some random YouTube playlist. The other option, if there's ever a song that leaves Spotify for whatever reason, is to upload it as a local file after screen recording it and saving the audio. Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, at that point, just listen on vinyl. You okay, man? It's been a bad day. Alright everybody, we're coming up on the Big Four, which means we really need to blow through some of these less important awards. How about something extremely biased? The next award is for Best Album Cover. You know, when analyzing a composition such as an album cover, it's important to remember the basic principles of art and design, such as contrast, unity, harmony, structure, and no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what any of that means. We're giving the award to Metro by the Bluestones because it looks really cool. The colors are really striking, the symmetry is really well considered, and it's overall objectively perfect. Honorable mentions go to Getting Killed by Geese, Hot Shock by Hot Wax, and Are You Watching Closely by Zig Mentality. Next is Best Artist Banner. This one goes to the Bluestones too. The colors are perfectly branded to their most recent album, and it's a really cool photo. Why is this an award? Now let's talk about the Best Spotify Bio. This one goes to Dexter and the Moonrocks. Their bio reads as follows. All our lives we dreamed of being pool cleaners, but we guess this will work. Honestly, absolutely cinema. That's not how you say it! Now, one final award before we move on to a very important segment of the show. The Best Band Name Award is one of the most prestigious honors that we can present, for a name must capture the pure essence of a band and, stuff. We are very proud to hand the award to Geese. I love geese. They make me happy. Honorable mention goes out to Goose. That'll be all from me tonight, everybody. Thanks for coming, and see you later. Alright, everybody. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Oh, wow. You guys are really interested in this. Well then, give it up once more for our annual live performance! Wait, what's wrong? Why'd they stop making noise? Oh, you guys are expecting the Big Four? No, we're not ready for that yet. We still have a live show and 2 more awards. Oh, what's that? You say Sabrina Carpenter won't play for us because we didn't give her a single award and we kind of spent the whole show making fun of pop music? Well, that's asinine. Hi everybody. It looks like we're gonna have to skip the live performance this time around and just, move right along to the Big Four. Sorry about that. Is that it? Yeah, we're ready. Well everybody, this is it. Now is the time to hand out the most important awards to the most important categories. You wanna explain? Yeah. We may have changed a few things this year in regards to how we handled the show, and we definitely introduced some new awards, but we still plan on bringing you the Big Four just as always. If you don't know, the Big Four awards are Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Best New Artist, and Song of the Year. Kinda strange that 2 of them mean the same thing, but we're not gonna think about that too hard. You've got to be kidding me! Record of the Year refers to the production quality of a specific song, not an album! Oh, really? Maybe we should just get rid of that one. Yeah, nobody really cares about it anyway. And now for the Album of the Year. Actually, let's start with Best New Artist to make it more suspenseful. There were many artists that made their debut in 2025, including Visitor Coach, a Nirvana-inspired alt-rock group that debuted in July and most recently released their 3rd single, Mr. Myers. There was also Florence Road, who released their 1st single in 2022, but put out their debut EP this year, which did very well thanks to a contract with Warner Brothers and a very successful TikTok campaign. Mirador, a new blues-inspired group, also released their debut album in September and have amassed over 24,000 monthly listeners. But above all of these rises a clear champion that might be a little bit too much suspense. It's Magnusberg. Yeah, we thought about limiting ourselves to 1 award per artist, but where's the fun at if you can't sweep the show? Electric Sugar felt professional in how well considered it was, like it shouldn't have been made by a brand new artist. But then, I guess something so unique usually does come from a guy just kinda making whatever he wants. Let's move on to Album of the Year. I'll admit, sometimes it can feel like the number of major releases is dwindling constantly, but looking back there were several big-time artists who put out new albums in 2025. Even in addition to the ones we've mentioned already, bands like Good Charlotte, My Morning Jacket, Oasis, Papa Roach, Smashing Pumpkins, and Wonder Horse all released new music of some kind, and if you like to look for up-and-coming groups on any music platform, the amount of good stuff to listen to is multiplied exponentially. So really, any year is a good year for somebody. He's better at public speaking than you are. And this year was a pretty good year for us. So without further ado, I present to you the album that trumped all others. What? Who brought their dog in here? We were so close to finishing. Well, aren't you a cute little guy? Why don't you come on up here and say hi to our audience, buddy? Little doggy, you want to say hi to all these people? Wait a second. Oh, come on, just put him down. Where are you going? The show wasn't that good anyway. Nothing to say? Okay, down you go. Ooh, Candygram. Not a Candygram! Not a Candygram! How does this make any sense? Why is there a dragon? I don't know, how should I know? Oh, what are we gonna do, man? This was our only shot. It doesn't matter. We have to go. We'll figure something out for next year. Wait. Why would I do that? If we give up now, then that would be really uncool. We need to go back out there and give out the last 2 awards. Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. And don't call me Shirley. That doesn't... okay, whatever. The exit is that way, man. Say something smart. We need to get their attention. Everybody listen up. This show hasn't gone quite according to plan, and at this point I'm pretty sure we're going to lose our jobs. But we set out to do something, and I guess we're going to go ahead and do it. You know why? Because believe it or not, we need the Grammys. In the modern streaming landscape, everybody listens to something a little different. These algorithms show us exactly what we want to hear, and that means we can feel further apart from each other in the larger music community. Music as an industry is in such an uncertain place right now. But tonight is a time to remember that we're all in this together, and at the end of the day, we all like rock music. And I should mention that this speech is addressed specifically to rock fans. No matter how you define the genre, or what subcategories you choose to explore, you will always be a member of our extended family. And when the next great rock revolution comes around in however many years, we'll all be there to experience it. Together. Now, if you'll give us your attention, we have some awards to give out. The Best Album of 2025 award goes to the album that tried the most new things and was the best for it. We are very proud to present this award to Phantom Island by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Its mix of psych rock, classic rock, and an orchestra sounds really random, but it's kind of genius, and there really ought to be more of it. It's really a shame their music got removed from Spotify. If songs were like Friends, then I would have about 300 less friends than I did 6 months ago. If this weren't an allegory, I'd probably be in the negatives. Now, the other award we've been waiting for. The very best song of 2025. There were a whole lot to choose from, and it wasn't easy, but with the help of some extensive conversations with ChatGPT and a couple of dice, we were able to make a decision. The very best, most greatest song of the year is Dead Stick, also off the album Phantom Island. It's really amazing what this song manages to accomplish. I'd really like to say more, but I think we should go. What a nice sense of closure. What? That was really well said. Well, that could have gone worse. Better than usual, at least. Oh, don't look at me like that. Just to clarify, you're a figment of my imagination, right? Okay, good. We will return to this program after a brief message from our sponsors. We will return to this program after a brief message from our sponsors. We will return to this program after a brief message from our sponsors. We will return to this program after a brief message from our sponsors. We